I just had a conversation with a fellow B2B professional recently, an attorney that I've struck up a business relationship with. And, there's a prevailing attitude, particularly among other B2B professionals within the African American community that, quite frankly, I find very nauseating, right? And it's this ideal that it's okay to treat African American business owners and entrepreneurs like they're infants, right? And what you'll oftentimes hear as I don't know, an explanation or excuse for doing so is that because of systemic racism and lack of access to resources and all these different myriad challenges that definitely, look, let's be real, these issues are real within the African American community and especially in certain segments within the community where there is a lack of access to information and resources. Let's not make light of that. But here's the bottom line. The thing about entrepreneurship that you have to learn at some point in time or another is that you have to succeed anyway. You can't make excuses and be successful at the same time. And I just firmly believe that at the end of the day, you do a disservice to African American business owners when you withhold information, try to treat them as infants, and not expect that they would appreciate accountability, to kind of spoon feed information to them as if they're too stupid to be able to process what's required in order to be successful. And I just vehemently disagree with that attitude, and I find it so absolutely problematic. The bottom line is, while there may be ignorance there, a lack of knowing, African Americans are fully capable of thinking for themselves. They're fully capable of processing information, and maybe because they may lack some fundamental understandings, maybe because they lack trust because they've been exploited and taken advantage of frequently from individuals inside and outside the community to be transparent. You may have to explain things once, twice, thrice, 4 times, right? More than you would like to, more than you might be prepared to. But the bottom line is every business owner, regardless of their ethnicity, particularly in the African American community, deserves the same access to information that you would provide to any other business owner. Every single business owner within our community deserves the right to be able to eat the fruit and spit out the seed. In other words, to be educated, to be provided with all the content, be provided with all the resources, all the learning that can be brought to bear to make sure they're at least aware of what's on the menu and can make an intelligent decision. And you know what? Successful entrepreneurs will seek out knowledge. They want to be competitive. They'll desire to scale and dream and be held accountable. Because at the end of the day, that's what entrepreneurship is, right? And so this ideal that, once again, that you're going to treat African American business owners as infants, to kind of placate and, I don't know, handle them with kid gloves. It's like just the worst type of attitude. In my opinion, it's almost like the adoption of the same attitudes. It's the adoption of the same mindset. It's the adoption of the same stereotypes that individuals who are not African American, who are not from the Black community, hold about us. And how do you think you are improving the situation by parroting those stereotypes, by parroting those perspectives, and quite frankly, continuing to proliferate that type of thinking and mindset? The last thing that entrepreneurs in our community right now is being babied. Right now, individuals in our community need to know, look, you need access to these resources. You need access to this information. You need to change your practices if you're going to scale and grow. Because if they don't get access to the resources, they don't get access to information, if they're not willing to be held accountable, they're going to go out of business, right? And so now, more than ever, people need to be straight up and stop with this infantile babying, trying to protect African Americans' feelings. Look, business owners' feelings. If African American business owners need their feelings protected, there are places where you can go to get that, right? There are plenty of resources in terms of consultation, psychological help and support, organizations they can seek that from. But if you're a B2B professional and you have information that's absolutely necessary for them to scale and make better decisions, it's your responsibility to let them have it. So that's my 2 cents for today. It's just been on my mind. I've thought about like several variations of the talk, but I figured I would just give it right off the talk. And hopefully this lands in the right spot. Hopefully individuals who are charged with the responsibility or have adopted the responsibility of helping to guide business owners, particularly within the African American community, to a place of prosperity, heed this advice and guidance. And look, that's just the bottom line.